No one can argue against their own data. Hello, welcome to the Sweet Institute. And this is Sador. I'm a psychiatrist, CEO, and founder of the Sweet Institute, which stands for supporting well-being through empowerment, education, and training. The Sweet Institute is about making sure that any clinicians throughout the world, starting with the United States, have the tools they need to make the difference they want to make in the world, in their own lives, in their career, in the lives of their patients and clients, and also for their agencies around a system that may or not be giving them the tools we need. In previous videos, we talked about the SWEET model explained. We explained that we were actually in London just a few weeks ago, really talking about the SWEET model that is made of the SWEET paradigm, that is made of the SWEET formula, and is also made of the SWEET framework. I went over them in broad, and I said that I would be following up with a video, subsequent one, to talk about each one of them. Today, I would like to start talking to all of you about the SWEET paradigm. I mentioned that I was at Columbia University this morning to actually give a class to a group of really great, fantastic physicians and other clinicians, and they actually asked me about SWEET. Tell us more about Sweet Institute. And one answer for them was show not tell. While I'm going to go and really present what I have to present today, I said to them, I am going to put you in the experience of the SWEET model, of the SWEET paradigm. This is what exactly I am going to start explaining to you today. The SWEET paradigm has the following 5 components. I mentioned that in a previous video. The first one is the Socratic Method. The second one is what we call the collective learning. The third one is what we call the desire method. The fourth one is what we call critical thinking in clinical care. And the fifth one is what we call mastery. Today, I would like to speak a little bit more on the first component of our SWEET paradigm, which is Socratic Method. Here's what happened. I started the video today by saying no one denies his or her data. However, when someone has his own or her data, guess what happens? It also means he or she tends to ignore whatever does not fit into his or her own data. It's human psychology. It's nothing wrong, nothing bad. Knowing that, when we are talking about the best way to support our clinicians, and when we are telling them the best way for them to support our patients and clients, we use the Socratic method that allows them to feel empowered, that allows them to come up with the answer, that allows them to see things in a different perspective, and that's how all of us grow. That's why we use the first component of which is the Socratic method. How do we do that? We start by asking a question. We're going to start having answers, but for each answer, we are going to get more questions. Why is that? Because as we get more questions, we're going from superficial knowledge to deeper knowledge. Why is that? Because that's how we learn. Often enough, if we just keep things at the surface, it's going to be harder for us to actually learn it, and therefore harder for us to actually implement it. The reverse is also true. When we're able to go from superficial to deeper knowledge, we are more able to associate that with prior knowledge, with prior experience, but also adjust it to a new scenario, a new circumstance, implement and lead to mastery, which is the 5th step of the Socratic, of the SWEET paradigm. The Socratic method also allows us to illustrate one of the first principles of the Socratic motivational practice, a modality really set forth by the Sweet Institute. The principle is we actually know more than we actually think we know. This is so true. We all know that. You want to try right now to prove that to yourself? Ask yourself a question. There is no question without an answer. Once you ask yourself a question, your brain, your mind obeys. He or it needs to go and look for the answer. And even if the first answer you have may not be the final answer, but it's going to be the first step to you getting the answer. Isn't it true that the Chinese proverb says, a journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step? That is the same as saying the answer to a question also may start with one step. You can prove yourself that there is no answer without no question without its answer, and also you know more than you think you know. At the Sweet webinars, at the Sweet seminars, we start with questions. Questions stimulate us to think, and when we think, that's how we're able to really come up with the best way of learning. By learning, we make sure we engage one another. We make sure we actually stimulate one another, and we do that through the Socratic method. Go to sweetinstitute.com or contact us at contact@sweetinstitute.com. Reach out to us. Let us know the best way we can serve you. Let us know what needs you have as a clinician, as an administrator, as an agency. What kinds of topics, what kinds of really soft skills, what kind of needs you have on a clinical level. Go and check our webinar topics. We take a look at everything that which one of us will need. How to deal with someone who's not taking his or her medication. How to deal with someone who actually is not coming to treatment. How to help someone who doesn't seem to want to be helped. How do we actually work with challenging individuals? Engagement, rapport, therapeutic relationship. What about evidence-based practices? Psychodynamic, CBT, DBT, medications. We have webinars every single Saturday from 4 to 6. We're going to start getting webinars every single Sundays from 4 to 6, every single Monday from 7 to 9, every single Tuesday from 7 to 9. Also on Wednesday afternoon, we just finished a really nice webinar on working with individuals who take antipsychotic medication. The idea is to provide flexibility to as many members as to also clinicians as possible. And if you become a member, you have access, unlimited access to all our webinars that are actually going, because by May we're gonna have 14 to 16, actually 16 to 20 webinars a month. Can you imagine? And even if someone is unable to get those hours that we are flexibly offering, you can get access to the actual pre-recorded version and take your time and do it. The idea is to empower one another. When we feel empowered, we're better able to empower the individuals we serve, better able to serve our agencies, better able to have meaning in our career, in our life, making a difference, and really feel that I am fulfilling my purpose. We love you very much. Thank you for being a fan. Thank you for the feedback you're giving us. Thank you for letting other clinicians, other colleagues, your supervisors, your administrators, your staff, your agency know about what we have to offer. And please let us know how we can serve. And special thank you to everybody, to all our new members, and to really our COO, Karen Dubé-McKnight, who's been working very hard to actually really help with everything we are doing. And we love you. Love you very much, everybody. We look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care for now. See you soon. Bye-bye.